Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to give you guys 10 Etsy store ideas that you could start today to make a good amount of money on that can actually end up replacing your day job down the line if they are as successful as some of these stores. And the best way to have an immediately successful store is to get into a niche that is low barrier. So there's not going to be a ton of results for the type of store you're looking for, or if your store is in a specific niche, again, you're not going to have a ton of results. So anything under 1,000 results on Etsy should be a pretty good indication that you have a good niche store idea. It's even better if you can find a product that is represented not at all on Etsy. That's how you're going to make the most money the quickest way possible. And that item also has to be something that people are looking for or are wanting. So to start off, number one, it's something that I have done myself on Etsy, and it is a clothing apparel store. So this one is going to have a really high barrier to entry because there are so many t-shirt stores and clothing stores. For me personally, it took me almost a year to get into $1,000 in profit every single month on my clothing store, and I was selling hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts. But the thing you have to do with your designs is make them stand out in search results. So make them shirts that aren't going to have a ton of results, so yours will pop up on the very first page. And that is a good way to contradict the issue of how many clothing and apparel stores there are on Etsy, because there are a ton. You just have to make yours stand out, have products, a niche that is underrepresented on the site. Alright, the second one is another store that I had run in the past, and this one actually made me $6,000 in profit per month. I talk about my clothing store and this store in one of my videos that I'll link at the end card of this video, so check that one out after this. But this was a few years ago when selling prints and posters on Etsy wasn't that popular, and I was also diving into niches that were even more unpopular, and instantly the first month I was making $3,000 in profit, the next month $6,000 with this store idea that was just super underrepresented on the platform. And that's what you have to look for in all these business ideas. So some of these ideas that I'm going to be giving you are not very saturated on Etsy, and some others are, and you have to niche down within those store ideas. So keep that in mind when starting one of these store ideas. But what I love about a print store is the margins I had were super high. It cost me $17 to print and ship a poster on print on demand. I was not doing any of this myself. I was doing it all on Printful, which I'll link down below. It's easy to integrate into Etsy. But I was selling them for $45, so I was making $28 every single sale. That's another important metric. If you're making $3 in profit for every single sale, you're gonna have to sell 1,000 things. If I was making, close to $30 in profit, I have to sell 100 items. So it's going to be a lot less sales you have to drive in order to make that much profit. So that's what I love about high profit margin stores as well. Clothes are actually gonna be another one. If we go back to clothes for a second, t-shirts, you can get $10, $11 on profit if you're using Printful. Sweatshirts can be even higher than that, 15, 16 in profit. All right, the third one, you're gonna have to stick with me on this because it's a new idea. You can use AI to generate background images that photographers will pay to download. I watched this video of this guy, which I'll link his video down below because it was really good, on how to do the whole process of actually making products in a store like this for Etsy. But essentially what he was doing was using AI to make these images where anyone can copy and paste a cropped picture of someone into the image. And for instance, in his example, it would give them angel wings, so it looks like this person is actually on a set with a full costume of angel wings with a cool background, and he did it all with AI. Now this is going to be a new niche on Etsy, and one with low competition, which is what we want. And maybe angel wings is already blowing up as a background, but you could add anything. Get creative with it. Something that anyone would want in a background, especially photographers think of something like that, and you can crack into that niche. And with these digital downloads, you could charge $20, $30. They're free, obviously, for you, so the profit margins are going to be really high, which we also like. And then an added bonus on this is you can charge an extra $40, $50 and say, hey, send me your image of the person you want photoshopped into this. Just use an easy background removal tool, and then you could paste them into the actual photo background that you created and get double or triple the profit on every sale. So it's highly profitable. It's still a new niche that not a lot of people are doing on Etsy. So this is a great idea. So I really like that idea. The fourth one is going to be starting a sticker store. If you've watched Tim Koa videos, you know he has a really successful sticker store. I'll link his channel down below as well, just in case you haven't seen his store. His is all manual though. He bought the sticker printer. He prints every sticker out by himself, packages it, ships it. Seems like a lot of work. The way I would go about this is definitely print on demand. You may have to charge a little more for your stickers because print on demand prices, but using Printful, you can easily charge $7-8 for a sticker and make a decent profit margin. What I would say about this is you're not going to make much selling one sticker at a time. Bundle them up, sell a lot of 10 stickers, or maybe even 20, 30, 50, 100 stickers, so you get more profit per sale. Because for me personally, it would be annoying to be making sales but only making $2, $3 in profit every sale. You want to increase that average order value and average profit value per sale. And again, with stickers, if you want to stick out, you're gonna have to pick a specific niche that is not represented very much on Etsy. So if you're thinking of doing sports related stickers, definitely search, see how many results come up. You don't want anything more than 1,000 or a couple thousand results if you want a store that's successful right off the bat. All right, the fifth one here is going to be selling a digital course. And digital courses are actually sellable on Etsy, which a lot of people don't know. You know, you can't sell video courses directly, but what you can do is like this seller here that I'll pop up on the screen. If you buy this, you get a link to a private Dropbox which has video files in it, so you can sell courses that way. And not that many people are actually selling video courses on Etsy right now. If you're good at making video content, it's really easy. Just set up your camera and talk about something you know how to do. Popular niches right now on video courses are how to use AI, how to make money on YouTube, but it could be anything like Photoshop, could be how to be successful at fantasy football. Anything you're good at, you can make a course on, and you might not think that you're an expert enough to make a course on that, but trust me, you are. If you're into it, you know a lot more than a lot of people that are looking to get into it. So go ahead and go for it. If making a video course is too much for you, you can also sell a course via a PDF, and it can just be, 5 pages of telling you how to do something in any of those niches that we just talked about. All right, the sixth store idea is going to be event templates. So what do I mean by event templates? It could be invites, it could be a seating chart, it could be a guide on how to throw the event, it could be a good seating chart, it could be thank you cards. There's tons of digital products you could sell around events. And examples of events: birthdays, obviously, weddings, baby showers, any kind of party. You could definitely niche down to specific events as well, retirement parties, anything that you could think of that could be a underrepresented niche. Just look it up on Etsy, see if it actually is. Make products for that. Again, with these digital products, you could sell them 10, 15, 20 bucks, but it's going to be 100% profit margin, right? Because you make them once, you're selling a digital download, there's no cost to you, which is pretty great. And also no work, which is great as well on your end after you make the products. An added tip, bonus on that, you could send a message to people who buy it saying, hey, if you like this, remember our store, here's a 10% off coupon if you need anything else, or if you want to send it to one of your friends who needs this as well. All right, number 7 is going to be website templates. People on WordPress and Shopify are always looking for a great template for their website. You can actually create these and sell them on Etsy, and people are selling these for a lot of money. If you have really good looking and professional ones that make it look like, a website that was created from scratch by hand, people are going to pay a lot for that. People pay web designers a ton of money, in the hundreds, even thousands of dollars. If you're making good templates, you could charge 50 to 100 bucks, and that's going to be pure profit as well. 100% profit margins. Again, like always, I would niche down. Be very specific about what the template is used for. Don't just say this is a Shopify template. Say this is a Shopify template for selling stickers. This is a Shopify template for selling clothes. And those are probably pretty big niches, but you could niche down very specifically and make a website template designed directly for a bunch of different smaller niches to get sales quicker. All right, idea number 8 here is going to be selling SVG graphics. And if you don't know what that is, it's essentially little graphics that people are going to use. They could use it either to design their own stickers and t-shirts, or it could be for personal projects or anything, but essentially you can sell packages of these SVG graphic downloads, and again, 100% profit margins. Just find something that you're interested in and can make these little images of. Try to find niches that are underrepresented. There's definitely a few out there still. You just got to find those specific ones, but a very good store idea. Again, it's going to be passive income after you make them, and 100% profit margin on every single sale. All right, the 9th thing you could sell is something customizable that is not yet customizable in the world. In the last couple of years, maybe it was even just a year ago, I know football pads for thigh pads specifically that you could see the imprint through the pants blew up. This store blew up from TikTok and other short form content, and they were selling a ton of these customizable leg thigh pads. So just think of other things in life that could be made customizable, such as that are not yet. And this one may have to be a manual store, which is going to be a lot more work, but literally you could be the only one selling that on the entire platform on Etsy for a long time until someone else figures out how to sell that. So in my eyes, that's a great business opportunity if you can come up with something highly sought after and be the only one selling it on Etsy. All right, the 10th idea is going to be a broad one, but it's just any kind of print-on-demand item. If you look on Printful, they're constantly coming out with new print-on-demand items. A lot of them are severely underrepresented on Etsy. If these products come out, they're hot sellers. You put them on Etsy with cool designs, you're going to be making a ton of sales really quickly, and until other people catch up to you, you're going to continue to make sales. Even when other people do catch up to you, you're going to have a ton of reviews, sales. Etsy's going to put your products first on the page for a long time after that, and it could be a really successful store idea. So I would recommend just coming over to Printful. It'll be linked down below. Searching through their print-on-demand catalog. Also use other print-on-demand sites, not just Printful. There's a lot of print-on-demand sites that have really weird things you could print stuff on. So I'd recommend trying those out. Personally, that's how I got into selling these matte print posters, which was a very successful store for me that we talked about earlier, that I made $6,000 in profit on every single month. All right, guys, so that was all the ideas. If you enjoyed this one, definitely check out my other Etsy videos. I'll link them here at the end on the end cards. So click on one of those to watch the next one. But first, subscribe to the channel, and then I'll see you over in another video.